back, figure out your core values. If you want to use this, the light, go ahead. Use it, whatever you want to do. But figure out what your core values are. Post them on the walls. We have them in our job ads. We have them online so that people understand what our values are. And then when we're grading them on their performances, or we're trying to figure out who's the rock star of the month, we make sure that they align with our core values. And then if we got to discipline them, we can go back to our core values. Like, hey, you're not a team leader right now. You're not a team player. Why? You understand our core values. Why aren't you a team player right now? Why are you being a negative, toxic person in our team? And you got to make your team a priority, because ultimately they are your number one customer. Without your team, you're doing everything by yourself. You're answering the phones, you're at the jobs, you're doing the callbacks, you're doing the estimates, you're doing the invoicing. So they should be your number one priority every single day. So we did a company culture survey, and you can't really read this because it's projected really bad, but so we sent out a survey and we made it mandatory for our whole entire team, because we assume things. And we assume that we're doing everything right. We assume that we're communicating effectively, that we're perfect leaders. But unless we communicate with our team to find that out, we're not going to know. We sent this out about, I think it was 5 weeks ago. And you can see, I mean, here's an 8. I think that's pretty good. But the one thing we got a 7 on was communication. And we thought we were communicating really good with our team, but it turns out, that being the lowest score right there, we knew that we needed to fix our communication. So now we can adjust how we're doing things, figure out where we're lacking, and grow from that. Because if we're constantly doing things bad and nobody's saying anything, it's just going to get worse. And 2 years ago, we did not communicate with the sales staff and the install team effectively. And every day, the install team is going out there and getting pissed off because the sales team didn't put down the nose that this needed to be done, that needed to be done. And the resentment and anger just kept building and building and building until one day it exploded. But had we just stopped and had a team meeting and communicated and say, hey, what are we doing good, what are we doing bad, and what can we be doing better, that would have resolved that issue. The installs would have gone a lot smoother, and there wouldn't have been a lot of resentment within the team right there. So if you want, here's our company culture survey. You can take a picture of this QR code. I think you just got to fill out your name and email address, and then you'll get a link with the company culture. It's real short. I think it was like 8 or 10 questions. We did make our team put our names down on it because we wanted to make sure that everybody did fill it out. So that's for you to decide on how you want to do that. You can do it anonymous if you want, but we wanted to be able to see who had the concerns for what, so we can address it with them and talk to them. Everybody good with that? Got that picture? All right, so what's easier to fix, your culture or leadership? Anybody want to guess?
One fixes the other.
Okay. All right, so like I said, you can't fix culture overnight, but you can start changing your leadership traits today. All right, so don't expect to go home and be a perfect leader, because we're never going to be perfect, but we want to strive for perfection. And it's what you do every single day that's going to make you that better leader. So I talked about empowering your team, and I see a lot of you here that brought your team with you, and that's important. You need to be doing that. They need to be here with you at these events. They need to be at the Clipper trainings. They need to be involved. This is Liz. She recently went to Orlando, Florida with the Rockstar Admin Boot Camp, and I mean, that was just, she was sending me pictures and videos every single day while she's out there. She had so much fun. She connected with like-minded individuals like herself in the admin community. She was able to lift her confidence. She was out there and they're teaching her all these things, and she's like, we do that. That's what we've been doing. Oh, we do that, but we can do it better by doing this. So you need to be sending your team out there. That was me and Patrick and I at Brian Lee's class, Landscape Lighting Secrets. Light it up. Light it up. Some of you guys went this class. That was a great class. If you guys haven't looked into Brian Lee's landscape lighting, definitely recommend it. It's going to be kind of the move in the industry here in the next couple of years. And then that was my operations manager at Transworld this year. I wanted to send him, because we go to these things. We're the ones going to the events all the time. And we have so much coming in as a leader, as the owner, but we're not getting the knowledge as your team, as your operations manager, as the installer. So bring them with you. Send them on their own so that they can go out there and feel better and more confident about what they're doing. Joe was sending me pictures and videos in classes. He's like, hey boss, I want to start doing this. Perfect. Let's implement it when you get home. And now that made him feel better, and he was able to come back and show his team the things. Now, when we go back as owners, we're trying to work on those high-level things, but not maybe the out-in-the-field things. So he's able to take those secrets, those traits that he learned while he was out there, and bring it back to his team and build his confidence. We do, during the Christmas light season, again, company culture, breakfast like once a week out there. I even took my kids out of school one morning and brought them in there because we're real big on family. And they're out there taking orders for the team and figuring out what they want. And then they bring it to me like a little line cook, and then they go serve them. That's important. It's important for your kids to see that. It's important for your spouses. It's important for their families to be involved. We do a lot of family events throughout the year because if you have the buy-in of their families, of their kids, of their spouses, when they're having a bad day, they're there supporting them, saying, hey, it's going to be okay. Tomorrow's a better day. Crawfish world, I'm not a fan of crawfish. That's a lot of work.
When we did the breakfast, one of our guys one day came up to me, he goes, there's a new guy, he goes, oh, y'all are actually going to cook for us? And he's like, I thought y'all would just order dinner or something. And I said, no, we're going to serve you. When you serve them, because they come every day serving you, like your company. So when you serve them, it changes their mindset. They're like, oh, wow. They're like, so you guys are early to cook for us? I was like, yes. Like, oh, okay, awesome. So
Yeah,
we cook burgers for them.
It's nothing better than walking into an office first thing in the morning, hungry, you're smelling bacon, and you got the boss cooking for you. That right there is one of the best investments we've ever made. The little Blackstone griddle.
Yeah.
And once they see that thing rolled out the night before, they start, what's he cooking tomorrow? They get excited. But yeah, it's important to be doing that. Don't just like, here guys, just food's on the table, go eat. Talk to them while you're doing it. I mean, it literally took 30 minutes out of the day that morning just to sit down and have breakfast together and talk. It goes a long way, these little things that you do. Team building events, this is paintball we've done. We just got done doing laser tag. That's probably the most fun we've had as a team. We've done it twice now. We've done fishing events, bowling, breakfasts with the team, dinners with the families. That's a little bit of money, and it goes a long way. When we get out down walking away from the laser tag the other day, everybody was smiling, high fives, sweating. I mean, it's 1 hour of nonstop just playing, but every single person, even my dad was out there. He was out there having fun with everybody. It's just incredible what you can do by taking half a day out and showing the team that they're important. The escape rooms are really fun. You get to challenge each other, split it up, and work on your communication and leadership there, and you kind of get to see who will step out of those boundaries. Because sometimes you have those quiet leaders, but when you put them in a different environment, they really shine, and then you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize about this person. And then you be able to figure out those traits. This is like the last install we did last year, and I didn't have to be there, but I wanted to be there. It was fun. I mean, look at the smiles. I don't buy those smiles. Those are real, genuine smiles. And we're here to create careers, not jobs. Even if they're seasonal employees, there's an opportunity for them to be with your team throughout the year. So remember that. It's a lasting career that we're trying to build for them because people want to stay for a career. They can come and go to jobs, but if they know they have a home there and they can have a future and grow with you personally and professionally, they're going to be invested and want to grow with your team. So again, little shift on words, right? We talked about team versus employees, talking about careers versus jobs. And every season, we hired quite a bit of this 2 years ago. We should bring in like 6 to 10 guys, part-time seasonal guys, but we tell them, you have an option. There is a home for you here when we're done at the end of the season. And they get excited. All right, so we got a little bit of homework time. All right, so what steps can you take to become a more effective leader and improve your culture within your business? I want you to think about that. Think about yourself now. What are you doing good? What can you be doing better? What is your team doing good? Sometimes we just let bad traits happen. But what can you do to help train them? What did you learn here while you're at Clipicon that you can go back to bring to your team and make your business more effective? Make your team more effective. Again, I talk to my team. I want them to grow personally and professionally. I want them to be able to buy cars. I want them to buy homes. I want them to go on vacations. It's important for me that they're invested in the company and we're invested with them as well. All right, so my challenge, I love doing the Grinch thing, it's fun. That was a shot. My challenge for you though, when we leave here, we got a lot coming in right now. It's like drinking from a hydrant, right? We got all these great classes going on, the vendors in there. You got so much on your papers, your notebooks, your phones, whatever it is. Take one little thing and figure it out. Work on one little thing at a time. You're not gonna be able to do it all as soon as you get back. But my challenge for you guys is go back and unleash your team's superpowers. Figure out what their strengths are. Figure out what their weaknesses are. Train to those weaknesses. Make that weakness a strength. Because if you're not doing that, if you're not investing in your team, then they're not going to grow with you. They're not going to be those rock stars that you want within your team. And then you're going to just push them away. All right, find the strengths. We had a technician. He was an okay technician. He is a rock star salesperson. So not everybody is in the right seat at your company right now, and you need to understand that. That's why it's important to have those meetings, have those one-on-ones. Figure out what they're there for. Figure out what their goals in life. I got a guy who wants to just ride 500 miles a week on his bike. So we encourage him to do that. We have somebody that just wants to go fish when he's off of work. So we say, you're going to go fishing today. We're trying to get excited about doing that. Find out your team's superpowers and train to them. You can find me on social media here, Facebook. I'll give you all my links for social. Reach out to me. You guys can, girls can reach out to me anytime you want. Messenger. If you want my phone number, I'll get it to you. My email. I'm located in Wilmington, North Carolina. I invite everybody to come to my shop. I won't even charge you. If you want to come, bring your salesperson, your admin, whatever it is. Come hang out on the beach for a couple days. Let's go. I got a boat. We'll go fishing. But it's important for you to network with everybody that's here. Network with your community, because if it wasn't for Brett, it wasn't for Ryan, it wasn't for everybody around here to bring me up to be the leader I am today, I wouldn't be here today, because I'm able to communicate with those guys, and they're able to bring me up and build up my confidence. So network with your community, network with your peers around here, and just go home and be successful. That's all I got.
Any other questions? Questions? No.
Thank you.